Hello and welcome, I'm Raziel and we are talking about Dystopian Wars today. Dystopian Wars is a fantastic game. It's part of a Dystopian Age universe. The Dystopian Age is set in the 19th century. It is a divergent universe where aliens, otherworldly beings, evil things, as well as dinosaurs, cowboys, and oh my god, it is one of the best lore I've read in a long time. The Lazarus by Sarah Corkwell is well worth a read to get you into it. And you get a new starter set. It's a brand new starter set, and you have the Union, the Honourable Eclipse Company, and you have the Sultanate, the Crimson League. The Sultanate are basically the Middle East, and so they were all allied together. So one thing about Dystopian Wars is that there's lots of allies. You have the Crown, the Imperium, Sultanate, Commonwealth, the Federated States of America. There's a South American one as well, which I can't remember right now. But basically, you have these large areas which are all allied together, and you're not really. Though each area you can have a separate country, like the Abydos is very much Egyptian. It's still part of the Sultanate, which includes other parts of the Middle East. And this is what we have here, the Sultanate. And I've got to say, these are some really nice looking ships. But as you can see, there's a big white one. This is your resin model, and it is the Lyceum class aerial dreadnought. It's a nice looking model. I think it looks really cool. And as always, you get loads of models in these boxes. And the last two are £95. This is the third starter set from War Cradle for Dystopian Wars. And they've kind of I wouldn't say they've copied Mantic, but they're doing the same thing as Mantic, which means you've got 3 separate starter sets and 6 different factions. So there isn't a single faction being singled out as the poster here. The poster faction. Like Games Workshop with the Stormcaster Tunnels and Space Marines. There is 6 different here. You got in Hunt for Prometheus, it's the Enlightened and the Commonwealth, I believe. Sturgeon in the Skies, it's the Crown and the Imperium. And here we have the Sultanate and the Union. And yeah, I've got to say, it's a pretty good box. There is one thing I want to point out in a minute, but we're going to go through that and we're going to talk about that in a minute. It's not, to me, it's not a major issue, but it is something I do want to talk about. It's more for people who are coming into the game and when they see this. Now, what do you get in this box? Well, you get the Union, one of my favourite factions. I play them for Wild West Exodus, and I'm going to be doing them for Dystopian Wars. In the Union, you get the Excelsior class heavy air cruiser. May also be built as Venture or Custodian class. 3 Steward class airships may also be built as Constellation, Republic, Ticonderoga, or Ranger class. By the way, no close bracket on that, Royal Cradle. Get your grammar into place. 5 Bokota class carryalls and 5 Union SOS tokens. Sultanate, 1 Lyceum aerial dreadnought. As you can probably tell, this is all you can make. You do not have any options unlike the Excelsior heavy air cruiser. Yes, you can only make the Lyceum. 3 NASA class skyships, which you can also make the Owlsbury or Maharib. 3 Ahurka class skycutters. 3 Alaska class Sparks. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this. And there is 3 Sultanate SOS tokens, which is pretty cool. You've got two nice little fleets there, and they actually have some civilian stuff. You have a Titan class heavy conveyor, maybe built as a passenger, freight, or oil variants. Merchant ships, escorts, more ship tokens, and ground assault detachments, which is all really good. So there's lots of models, and it looks really good. And once again, you have some fantastic looking models here. Now, one thing I do want to point out, when I first saw this box, is basically it's that Lyceum model right in the middle there. It's a nice model, don't get me wrong, it's a lovely looking model, and these boxes are pretty well balanced, so I can't really complain. However, if I was to be new into the hobby, like if I was coming from Warhammer or Kings of War or any other game, and I saw this box, I would think it looked unbalanced having that big ship in the middle. I'm not saying it is. These boxes are usually pretty well balanced. They're really good at that. I'm just saying that's what it looks like to me. That's all I can say. That's the only bad thing I can say. This is a fantastic looking box, and it's really good. I actually do like the Union models, the airships. They are very different from the Imperium ones. they're not so tidy. They're very, very, I don't want to say American, but they're very American. I think that's the only way I can say it. They're very industrial, and they fit the Federated States of America very well with very industrialized areas. Again, the lore of this game is so good, and you probably would know what I mean when I said that. They definitely look like they fit the FSA, and the Sultanate fit the Sultanate, and the Aerial Lyceum, which I think is fantastic, fit Sultanate because it fits the Order of the Old-Shard, who are in Wild West Exodus, and they're very, very close to a Sultanate. The Sultanate basically based their religion on the All-Shard, and these are like their bodyguards, and it's, like I said, the lore is fantastic. Well worth a read. It's all free. You can just look on the website. All the lore is free. It's brilliant and well worth a read. I really like it, and I think this is a fantastic box. Definitely something worth getting into, because now there are 6 factions here if you want to get into them, and usually these price-wise works out as you're paying less for one of the whole fleets on their own, and the second one's free. However, it's usually just a one-off, as this is a starter set. But yeah, fantastic. I like it, and the fact that the Union has so many different options, I really do like it. I think it's a fantastic one. Yeah, good box. And I do like that Lyceum class. I think it's very tempting to go ahead and do the Sultanate, but no, I'm doing Union. I'm not changing my mind. Ever. Ooh. No, doing Union. And you get the usual rule book, a campaign book. These are just like little bits. They're quite good to get you into the game. They basically teach you how to play the game, and they give you little stories. You get your cards, your victory cards, I've got to be careful, victory or valor cards. These are pretty good. They really add a bit of texture and flavour to the game, and a bit of extra. Your dice, well, of course. And that's it. Next, because I'm going to skip over the middle one for a minute because I have comments about that, you have the Scandinavian support squadrons. Again, nice looking models. They are fantastic. I do like them. Yeah, nice looking models. Well worth getting for your Commonwealth. No, I don't think they're Commonwealth. I think they're Imperium. Yeah, they're Scandinavian. I think they're Imperium. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Another looking box there for your Imperium there. The Scandinavian support squadrons are really nice. I do like them. They look good, and they will definitely boost your combat. Like if you get the Sturginium Skies box, get this on top, you're really going to add a nice bit of extra to your game, from just a mostly aerial game to a bit more naval, a bit more seaworthiness for your game. So yeah, obviously, I think they look pretty good. And I've got to say, I do actually like War Cradle plastic. I think they're the best plastic I've ever worked with. Normandy set, scenery, very good. They're nice. It's MDF. It's pre-built. You just snap it together, sort of things. Don't need to paint it. Yeah, that's MDF. Anyway, the last bit is the. I tell you what. This is the sort of thing I don't like what model companies to do, and it's this. It's. I don't care who you are. I don't like this. It's the Icebergs and Glaciers set. It's resin rocks. Okay, that's all it is. It's resin rocks. Want to buy it? Buy it. Buy it. Don't buy it. Buy it. Don't buy it. Okay, that's my opinion on that. I'm not a fan. It's just resin rocks, and that's it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a good day. I hope you all have a good time. And this is great news. I really enjoyed this. This is nice. That starter set looks really good. Definitely for anyone who's starting to look at getting into Dystopian Wars, it is a nice box. You have a nice resin centerpiece if you're doing Sultanate, and of course you have some nice models if you're doing Union. This Scandinavian box models look good too. This is a fine little bit of news. I do like this. Anyway, if you want to get into Dystopian Wars, there's no better place to try it than Raylan Games. It's because they make it as part of War Cradle. So yeah, go down below, click on it, and buy yourself some lovely Dystopian War stuff. There's some lovely models, or you could just try Wild West Exodus, and they're nice, good models too. Then you have, of course, Forbidden Planet if you like comics, books, geeky stuff, all that stuff as well. And there's my model, my merchandise, and my comics. And there you go. And finally, there's Patreon. But as always, treat yourself to something nice, because honestly, it helps the channel either way. And Honestly, I would prefer it if you bought yourself something because it supports the channel and you get something rather than just giving me money for my Patreon. So I put it there because, you know, this is meant to be a business and not just me arsing about for 10 minutes out every night making silly videos. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.